We're starting it now.
Oh, are we starting it for real now?
Yeah, for real now. Oh,
Neat.
fuck. Okay, I don't think there's any important wires over there, but god damn it.
What?
Nothing, I just spilt water.
Nice.
It's all good, though. It's not on my computer or anything.
That's good. All right.
Anyways, well, the first thing that, because we just talked about it, so that this, that one GIF I sent.
Yeah.
So practically, it's called the Wario apparition or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Practically, there's a bunch of theories and stuff in Mario 64, and one of them is that there's a giant Wario head that will talk to Mario and then chase him down an endless corridor, slowly catching up to him until he finally gets to him and kills him.
Wait, is that like real or?
No, it's not real.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who you're talking to. But
Wait, what?
video game conspiracy theories, they're just as the people there are just as like nuts as normal conspiracy theorists. like there's
Man.
there's one in one level in Mario 64 that the level build is like a brain diagram.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, apparently if you look at the walls, they make a brain, which
Huh.
is interesting. Um, but yeah, anyways, but this specific one, it uses audio, so like kind of where it came from, because the like of it, it's like it's supposed to be a special build of Mario 64. It was
Yeah.
like the July 1984 build of Mario 64, I think that's the specific thing, or June. Um, and practically, yeah, it has that Wario in it. There's also some other spooky stuff. Just I guess Miyamoto, when making Mario 64, was like, "Yo, what if we just like in June just throwing a bunch of crazy shit into the game?" And they're like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And then after, it's like, "What the fuck were we doing? Okay, remove all that shit and make a whole new game." That's what happened. Sure, sure. But anyways, so during one of these events where they're like showcasing like off like a Wario game, uh, they had Wario like talk, and then he's like, it's like over Mario 64, and then like they show off his own game. He's like, "Oh, you think this game is fun? Wario will show you fun." And for that clip, that's what the audio they use.
uh,
Yeah. So it's like less believable. Like, yeah, okay. I guess the same audio they use to promote a Wario game is the same one they use for their spooky Wario gonna kill you thing. But yeah, and then some random internet person decided to put sex is real on top of it.
well, that's very interesting.
It
I
is
didn't
interesting.
realize Mario 64 had its own share of video game conspiracy theories.
Oh, it has hundreds. It has
People
hundreds.
are weird.
I mean, every single video game has conspiracy theories. Like Majora's Mask has a couple of them too. The most famous one being Ben Drowned, which is has one of the most copied and pasted format for scary video game.
I
But
mean, does every video game have its conspiracy theories?
Yeah, I'd say
well,
so.
not every single game, but I would say like a lot of like at least Nintendo games.
Yeah,
Nintendo
I'd have to
games
agree
are
on
a
that.
huge big one that they have a lot of conspiracy theories. At least older ones, really old ones. Because like yeah, there's Majora's Mask. The biggest one is Ben Drowned, where kid bought creepy Majora's Mask from a crack dealer, and it was haunted, and it had the statue when you use the effigy of emptiness or something, the elegy of emptiness, I think it's called, which creates a statue of Link, and it's pretty creepy looking. And they're like, well, yeah, it just kills you, and it's alive.
Huh.
There's also Sonic.exe, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But I'd have to agree that Nintendo has the most conspiracy theories for their games.
yeah. But there's a lot of other conspiracy theories, and it is comes down to like sometimes just Easter eggs in the games. For example, GTA 4, like you could there's probably conspiracy theory for out there, but there's an Easter egg.
Uh huh.
I don't know really what it means, but if you go inside the Statue of Liberty and climb up a long ass ladder, you find a beating heart that is like impaled by chains that will bleed
Oh,
when you shoot it.
There's a house in GTA 5 that bleeds when you shoot it.
I think that's more of a glitch. But
Yeah.
there is the ghost lady. If you do you know about that one, Michael?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty interesting. I feel like no, okay. If we're talking about games that had the most conspiracy theories, I think I'm gonna have to go with GTA San Andreas. There is
wait,
so many.
what?
There's Bigfoot. It's literally just like real life. Like it's real life photo evidence. Like it's basically the same as like real life photo evidence of Bigfoot, but it's in San Andreas because there's people who believe that he's in the game. There's also another one that Jason is in the game, and if you go in a cabin, he'll come and try to kill you. There's also a Leatherface one. Uh, these are pretty interesting, but there's two of them that are actually really interesting. Like besides just modding the game to say, look, it's real.
Uh
There's
huh.
Ghost Cars and Mothman. So ghost cars practically they're a car that will just like randomly appear driving and just like in the middle of fucking nowhere and they're like beat up in a specific way
Huh.
and they will just they just like drive just until they hit something and then they'll stop. And yeah, that one's pretty weird, but I don't think it's true. But I don't know like how or why. But Mothman's also another interesting one because unlike Sasquatch and Jason, where there's been photo evidence, but it's just a mod, Mothman is never actually like practically. Do you know about the lore of Mothman? Like normal Mothman?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
But yeah, practically that he shows up, like he like showed up, and there's been sightings of him right before like natural disasters.
Yeah.
And during like two missions that there's been accounts of where there's been like crashes or plane crashes. People have supposedly seen him flying by.
In the game.
Yeah, like in the game,
Huh.
just like a shadowy figure with red eyes just fly by.
Huh.
And there is
That's
explanations for
interesting.
some of them. Like one mission, you jump out of a plane and it's like really cloudy, and then one like it's like you could have just saw a plane fly by.
Yeah.
But yeah, conspiracy theories are interesting, especially in video games. Like real
Yeah.
life conspiracy theories are really interesting, but I feel like video games are more interesting.
Yeah. Well, anything else to add to that topic?
Not unless you guys have something.
Goatman is my favorite cryptid.
What?
I think I've heard of that one. What's that one about, Michael?
It's about Goatman.
All
Okay,
right, who's
can you,
Goatman?
yeah, can you
He's the
explain?
okay. So there's this bridge in Texas, right?
Uh huh.
And the locals have thought they have seen demons there, and one of them they named the Goatman because well, he looks like a goat and a man,
Huh.
and he haunts that bridge, the old Alton Bridge.
I'm gonna stand that bridge and
That's
say
weird.
no balls. Haunt me, goat man. Come on, do it. Spook me, goat man. Um,
Wouldn't you go nuts if a Goatman actually appeared?
that actually reminded me of something. Another one that's really interesting to also Majora's Mask. It's like a town in the middle of nowhere, and I don't know why these kids were doing something in like the middle of the night, but practically a
Uh huh.
teacher and a bunch of kids like saw an alien, right?
Oh,
And they sketched the alien of what it looked like, and it
Uh huh.
oddly looks like the same exact ones from Majora's Mask that you fend off from, like, or fend off a farm from. Or a
Huh.
weird shadowy like floating figure with like bright glowing eyes, practically.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I think my favorite one though that was turned into a meme was in Red Dead. I think there was talk of there being Sasquatches, right? And like Bigfoots. So what they did
Like the first one?
in the first one,
Yeah.
so in Undead Nightmare, they actually added them into the fucking game. And there's another joke one. If you 100% GTA 5, you
Uh-huh.
get one last mission where there's this old crazy person who's hunting Sasquatch, and you can find him and you can shoot him, and it turns out just to be a man in a costume. And this old crazy guy's been hunting him for years too, and this man's just been running around in a costume as Sasquatch.
Man, my mom like swears like up and down that she at one point saw Bigfoot.
I've seen footprints.
And I believe her because she's set in her ways, so I'm like, all right. I mean, I believe you.
I don't.
But me personally, I don't. I've never seen Bigfoot.
I shot
If you were, sorry, go ahead.
one time when I was doing a handstand in the middle of the mountains at 3 a.m. I saw a Bigfoot and he was in a tuxedo and he had a monocle and he had a little mustache and he's like, "Oh yes, there's a man indeed who has spotted me. I better run away. Good day, sir." And he ran away and I got spooked and I ate my taco because I had tacos. Then I left one taco out for him, and then he took a bite out of it. Get off the crack, cat.
So what were you saying, Michael?
If you were to go up to my grandparents' house, and like you can ask any of the residents in that town, and they'll have a Bigfoot story.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my
definitely.
god,
I mean,
that's pretty insane.
have you been up there, Damien?
Nope. I
Yeah,
imagine it's pretty in the woods.
yeah. You're in the woods, in the mountains, and it's like a single strip of road. That's the town.
Yeah,
So yeah, if you just like
That's
look
my
at the,
kind of town.
yeah, I do like the town. I do like small towns like that. I like
Yeah.
there's I have a weird thing is that like I like the city, but I also like small towns like that. Because I like small towns where it's quiet and it's like completely dark outside,
Yeah.
but I also like the
I mean,
convenience and like the bustling city. It's neat.
I like the city, but I'd rather live in like a small town.
Yeah,
yeah.
living in like the middle of nowhere where like the nearest store is like 30 minutes. Fuck that. I don't
That's
want
my
to
dream.
like it's cool. Like if it's I would like it. I think I'd be fine with it and I'd actually probably enjoy it. But I just don't like that I have to drive for like a long while. They get like especially if like I'm buying something online and I don't have a credit card. Well, I'll probably have a credit card by then. But like if I didn't and I had to like go get like Steam cards, which I do now because I don't have any form of other way of putting money on there. Well, so you have to, if you want to put money on a card, I guess you have to go to the bank, which is probably also another 30-minute drive. But yeah, I'd rather live in like the small little part of the town.
Do you guys believe in Bigfoot?
Oh, 100%.
Um, I mean it's fun to believe in him, so yeah. But realistically, like you like I feel like conspiracy theories just overestimate how much our government and military and everybody is able to do, and then completely like like undermines what they can do at the same time. Because apparently, to some conspiracy theories, Area 51 or just like they just have fucking cameras everywhere and microphones everywhere, and they can hear and see everything in the world, and you're nowhere safe. But they still haven't found a giant fucking huge ass guy that's running around with a fucking huge feet that would slam on the ground and be loud as fuck. You're telling me you won't hear this guy? But
Makes
they,
sense to me.
but the entire government, fucking space aliens, know everything in the world in their big brain, and they're not telling us Bigfoot's real just to protect us from absolutely nothing. You know how much they benefit from us not knowing Bigfoot is real. They
I mean, they
they
could also just not
they
care.
but they would okay, but they would still tell us if they found something. Like if they're like, yeah, Bigfoot's real. But no, they're withholding the information. They're like, yes, yes, fight over if Bigfoot is real. Yes, this is what
I
the
mean,
government's about.
I
I
remember.
mean, I think they just like if Bigfoot is real, I just think they don't care to look for him. It's like, why waste the time? Why waste time looking for something that might not be real?
Why waste the time, the resources, and the money?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these yeah, realistically, yeah, why would they look for something that could not be real? But how these conspiracy theories also talk is that the government could find it within
Yeah,
like
yeah,
two
yeah, yeah.
seconds. Like they literally just gotta press the big red button that says "Find Bigfoot." Bam, they found him. And
So,
then they're withholding the information because they're the government. That's what they do.
last April, Washington DOT released a picture of Bigfoot on Snoqualmie Pass.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
I saw that.
It's
And of
like
course, it was a really blurry
it
picture.
was in
Yeah.
two pixels. I want to really do that one thing with the Minecraft thing, and I want to record in 140p at like 10 frames per second with all of our microphones loud as hell. Actually, when we did that joke last podcast, it was so loud I had to put a warning for how loud we were. I was like listening at it like at 4 a.m. and I was all tired, and then it fucking hurt my ears. I'm like, okay, I'm putting a warning. We're really
That
loud.
reminds me of the freaking Phasmophobia episode Michael freaking edited, and all of a sudden Michael just gets really loud in one part, and I'm like, dear God.
Yeah. Cat, what are you doing?
Well, it's a good wake up call, if anything.
Yeah, my cat's acting like a conspiracy theorist. She thinks she's hidden because she is hiding under a little blanket with her head peeking out.
Because the government's after her because she knows too much.
Yep, and that little blanket will protect her. She knows too much. She does. See, what she knows is that some things I jack off to.
Man, let's say somebody actually figures something out. Do you think the government would honestly go after that person?
Depends on what they figure out. If they figure out
Yeah.
because that is a thing. If it's a threat to national security, then they are able to take their
Yeah,
free speech
yeah,
away. So yeah, if it is something that will damage the government or hurt the public, they will go after them.
yeah,
I feel like if somebody actually found a Bigfoot, though, they wouldn't.
yeah.
Yeah, if they found Bigfoot, they would be like, "Sir, you're going to Area 51." I know, and you're never leaving. You know too much.
In fact, if anything, the government might put them on an endangered species list.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
someone finds a whole city of them.
Just the whole society of Bigfoots in hiding.
What would a Bigfoot's scientific name be? Humongous
think-
footus. Humongous footus.
What family would Bigfoot be a part of?
Yeah, are they apes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's honestly where I'd go.
But they're like human. They're like more
Yeah.
humanoid than apes. So where they just what? They're just long lost civilization that just
Are they just humans that never finished evolving or something?
no, I think
That
it's
would be
no,
that is an
no, no, no,
interesting
no.
take, actually.
Well, what I think it is that if a Bigfoot would be real and they were like that, it would be like because you know how there's many different species of humans, but then we killed them all, and then we were
Mhm.
the top guys. I think
Mhm.
maybe
Yeah.
if there was a Bigfoot, one of them survived for millions of years, for hundreds of thousands of years. Just
And just kept going.
yeah.
Huh.
And they're scared of us because they've seen the horrors of our ways. So they, I don't know.
Their ancestors passed down the information.
Yeah, and they knew we lived in caves, so they went to the skies. See, we're looking the wrong parts. Everyone thinks Bigfoot's in the forest. He's in
Oh
the
my gosh.
He's in the fucking clouds, you idiot.
Oh,
What time?
Travis,
What
you remember the elk people
elk people?
up in Pack where
What?
my grandparents live?
Yeah.
They live in the trees.
Oh yeah, the elk people.
The
Actually,
what?
I I can't remember if that was like what. Were you just saying that randomly, or was that just like a thing that like one of your grandparents told you, or something?
That was the thing I came up with randomly. My grandma started agreeing
Oh.
with me. Yep.
Yeah.
So you came up with your own conspiracy
Everyone
theory.
in that town would agree with you. Like they would never think about it, and you say elk people, they live in the trees. They're like, yep, they do.
There would be no debate. Like, yep, that's the thing.
Yeah, just like you go to a debate club, and they're like, "What are you doing? You're just stating facts here. we can't debate that."
You want to explain to me what elk people are?
We explained them. They're elk people. They live in the trees.
Okay, so I think like that night an elk was doing a call, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like it came from the trees. So it's like you gotta shine the flashlight at the trees so they don't, so the elk people don't
No,
attack.
actually, I think it was it's your like nephew or whatever. I don't know what
My brother.
your brother. I'm confused. Yeah, your brother. I think you were just telling him that because we had
Oh, yeah.
flashlights and we're out in the middle of the night, and we were just telling him that 'cause it was funny.
See, my brother lives up there though, so like you can tell him something that could be scary, and he'd be like, "Eh."
Yeah. I don't think he was scared. I think he was just going with us. He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yep, there are elk people."
True. My my aunt used to live in Enumclaw,
Mhm.
and she lived out in like the way back of Enumclaw. So at night you could hear like the cows mooing, or doing their thing with the bulls.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought it was funny that they were that loud that they could just be like, "Moo!"
I want to do that. I want to go in a field with cows, dress up as a cow. Moo!
And like the middle of the night with like a full moon,
Yeah.
somebody just sees you there like, what? Is that a person?
What's he doing? What's he doing? Yelling at my cows. I want to do that. I just want to go on a farm, pretend to be a cow, and see how long it takes for the farmer to notice.
They just like wake up in the morning, you're like just standing there in your cow costume. They look at you, you look at them, and
not
they're
not
like,
even out in the field or like in a barn. I'm just sitting in the room. They're like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Moo.
you're just like, moo.
Yeah, not even convincing. Just moo.
You're just standing in the middle of their living room, watching TV, watching Blue's Clues.
They're getting like they walk past you because they don't notice you. They get their coffee, they turn back and look towards the living room, but you're just watching Blue's Clues and it's like, moo.
Yeah. You know, whenever they ask, like, "Yo, do you see the clue?" Moo, 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 moo.
Yeah. Man, that gave me lightheadedness. I laughed so much.
I'm a little lightheaded as a little. Man, I think my favorite moments ever in life is where the point where I basically fall to the floor laughing and crying to the point where it hurts. It happens so far. Like it's like it's because it's so rare. I never like
Yeah,
always laugh like it, but when I do, it's fucking great.
it's a good time.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
And I love rewatching whatever made me laugh and just start laughing
Yeah.
again.
The freaking that video you showed me, the like I really like the
Yeah.
game, that almost got me to do that basically.
Yeah, he seems to be really enjoying the video.
It's just a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that like I always wonder like when I find a video I'm like, I could send it to people. But I always worry that when I look at it and it has like 9 million views, I'm like, okay, have they already seen this already? But I guess not.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen that. That's a good one. So I guess we should move on to the plant topic that you showed us, Michael.
What?
Yeah.
It's in the pinned comments if you want to read it to re-jog your memory.
Oh, yeah. So basically, on Twitter, well, I guess not on Twitter, but on this news site, it was announced that they're like engineering spinach
Hunt for
uh,
Sasquatches
to find specific compounds,
and Sasquatches.
or when it finds specific compounds, it'll send emails. And basically, they're trying to develop the technology to where like they could use it to like detect landmines and fix pollution and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
I wonder, like,
Nature power. I know.
Pokemon.
Yeah, this is the first grass type Pokemon. Piece of spinach.
This is just the beginning. I wonder who came up with that. Like, yes, let's let plants send emails to people. Like, who had this idea and
Is
why?
it just spinach, or is it like? Is there a reason it needs to be spinach? Does carrots not fill the role that spinach has?
I think the DNA of the spinach might be easier to mess with.
Wow, I feel like they're just racist to orange. They're the type of people to say orang in Among Us.
That's very interesting, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wonder, like, who was like, hey, we should try this, and then who was like, hey, I'll help you with that by sponsoring you in a way, or yeah, let's do this.
Don't know, man.
They were drunk, they did it, and then they realized, like, holy shit, I guess we're onto something.
First is this, and then the plants will start to become sentient and strike back.
Rogue plants will take over the world. Fuck robots. Do you think I'm scared of them? They can. See, the plants can detect the robots, you see. It would be fucked. The only thing that could fight the plants would be robots. But then what if, like, then we have two things that could revolt? You know?
I mean, we might be able to stop them with, like, pesticides.
Actually, yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
No, I feel like if we just, like, I don't know, throw some little bugs at them, they'll die.
Like,
It's just like, yeah, just like a handful of bugs. Like, no, they're eating me alive. How could you do something so cruel? And then die.
I mean, I feel like if we just freaking get, like, a bunch of locusts, they'll take care of it for us.
Yeah.
Although I think we'd have a problem afterwards.
Then we just kill them. We have guns. They're bugs. We're scared.
Well, see, if we could do that, we would. Because locusts are a problem.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why we haven't done it yet. You really think I'm gonna be scared of a bug when we have tanks? Just fucking shoot them, blow them up. Blow up a tiny
Man,
little plane with
imagine
a
getting,
tank.
like, stuck in, like, a storm of locusts.
I just eat them.
That'd be gross.
I
Just eat them.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd get full before you got rid of like a lot of them.
I feel like they would swarm inside my stomach the immediate time I opened my mouth.
Yeah. Thanks for the body. All right. Well, do we want to talk about meanie companies and bad people?
Well, no, the company is actually doing a good thing.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Nintendo thing.
Oh no, we can talk about that too if you want.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll talk about this so companies could not be mean, um, as mean as they kind of are. But
Yeah.
practically, one thing, it's also just something I hate a lot that's been happening on Twitter, and I know a lot of other people are tired of it, so it's not really a hot take at all. But practically,
Hot take, guys.
hot take. So everyone that like is agreeing on this, it's yeah, I agree. But practically, there's people who are even like close or affiliated to a certain race, and then saying that other people can't do that because that's racist,
Yeah.
which makes no sense because then like the people who are supposed to be offended come out and say, "What are you talking about?" And yeah, that one Nintendo thing where a character was just wearing hair buns and their character was white, and people are like, "Yo, you can't do that. Only like black people can wear that." It's like what? What? I am I don't understand how this is the logic. And they threatened to cancel and dox her as well because she decided that her Animal Crossing character would look cute in hair buns.
I just don't understand these people. Like, where do they come from?
I don't know. Yeah,
So,
but
okay, wait, hang on, back up. So, what was she doing again?
she was showing a picture of her Animal Crossing character,
Hmm.
and she had hair buns, and people are mad that she's wearing hair buns because her character is white, and hair buns is only to be worn by black people in their eyes.
Okay, so I saw a very good point. So, do you know what the Misfits podcast is?
Like, yeah,
No.
No? Okay.
it has
Well,
Fitz and Swagger basically, and some other
Uh,
people. I think I don't know. That's the
so,
only two people I know.
like, they kind of made up a good point to where, like, majority of people who are trying to cancel people for little things like that are mostly teenagers who feel like in order to be part of something, it needs to, like, they feel like they need to be a part of something, so they just go attack people on the internet
Oh yeah, I
and
know that.
say they're doing a good thing.
Yeah,
Still, they're
yeah,
not doing a good thing, and I think they should recognize that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
most, like, I feel like most do not recognize that, and they still do it anyways.
mhm.
Yeah.
Because there's the one thing too, like, cause like the like two other big examples I can think of is that one person who says that we should not be able to eat Asian foods because that's racist. I guess. Oh man, I didn't know that the Asian guy that I buy it from the store because he's Asian was being offended by me giving him money. I think he's pretty happy for me
Yeah,
choosing his store to get food.
yeah.
I don't think he cares if I'm Asian or not.
Probably why they sell it in the first place.
Yeah,
Because they want people to buy it,
yeah, and they
no
probably
matter their race.
yeah. I don't think they care. I think they all care if you just like their food and give them money.
Sometimes they'll even say thank you
Hmm.
for buying from their store.
And I say thank you because and I'm like not supposed to, but I still say thank you despite me purchasing it. um,
No, thank you for selling this item.
I mean honestly, yeah, because there's one store that I really liked but no longer is there, and I'm sad now.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the other one is the use of the R word, retard, of whether it should be used or not, and someone who doesn't have any mental disabilities saying you shouldn't say the retard. everyone on the internet who has a mental disability is wearing a shirt called Retard Station and saying, "No, we don't care."
I mean, it's literally in the First Amendment. Anybody's free to say whatever they want.
Yeah. Well, if it's like hate speech, like I can understand
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
calling someone retarded in a hateful way, then yeah, like that's hurtful and you shouldn't do that. You're a jackass.
Well, that's the thing. You can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean you can't be punished for it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on like a social media site. Like I think a
Well, you
lot, like
can't
Twitter,
you
Facebook, will just
can't
like
be
ban you.
well, you can't be punished by the law, but you can be
Yeah,
punished by you can be punished by, of course, public opinion, because they can do whatever the fuck they want, really. And yeah, policies like company policies, they can punish you
yeah.
for whatever you want. I could literally make a company, and if you say the word fucking the, I, or my, I'm banning you. Any other word, I don't care. But if you dare date, I'm banning you immediately. And yeah, technically, if I own that site, yeah, I can say it, even though technically I am
But
negating my
like
free speech. But
going back to like people that are like, like that, it's like one thing I don't understand is like, do they not have like any empathy or sympathy for other people and how like they're treated? Because I feel like you have to just like treat people like that, especially people that did nothing wrong.
like, what are you like? Who are we talking about here?
Just like anybody that's like an extremist that freaking bullies people online.
Oh yeah. I don't know. No, they're just terrible people.
I'm gonna bully you for bullying that person. Or no, it's more like, oh, you said this thing that wasn't bullying, but I'm gonna bully you because I am a hero now, and
But yeah, I guess it's mostly just to gain power and just like, look, I'm a good person. Because you can
But
definitely.
like they have to know nobody thinks they're a good person.
Mm,
there's some people that
nope.
do though.
There's some people. Yeah, there's always gonna be people that do, and in their mind, they did a good deed. They're doing a good deed. Actually, yeah, that's the thing. Because actually, that person that I talked about with the whole retard situation, how
Yeah.
they were yelling at mentally disabled people and like ably disabled people that they can't say
Yeah.
the word retard and that they should use their platform to stop people from saying that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they basically kept bragging about how they were like with like a board of like people or whatever and how great she's like does to help people. So yeah, she like, and there's people who agree with her,
Yeah.
and she thinks she's a good person and she's doing a good
Yeah.
thing, and that these people are terrible people. How dare they
Yeah, I guess it makes sense then.
make a joke on the internet? That's another thing too. I don't understand, like, honestly, like a lot of the like people's points were that they like they're not playing the victim. They because they don't like need to like make a statement because that's not what their
Yeah.
platform's for. Like Ricky Berwick, he's for he's just an entertainer online. And it'd be kind of weird if he comes out and does like an influential thing because he doesn't want to do it. No one else really cares if he does one or not. Like it'd just be weird.
Yeah.
He's an entertainer, not an influential speaker.
So, Calliope Mori, which is a VTuber that I watch,
Yeah.
she she posted another one of her like music things, and it was basically saying like the message was, instead of like tweeting and stuff, this was like to YouTubers and stuff or other VTubers, instead of like tweeting and stuff and going all over social media, actually like put in the work to post videos and stuff. Because instead of posting videos, they're just on social media like, hey guys, I'm here. And it was basically like a challenge to all the other like VTubers and stuff that were just tweeting and on social media and talking instead of, making content and
Yeah.
having fun with that. and people got mad, and I'm just sitting here like, you're mad because that's you.
Yeah.
If you don't, if it's a challenge, like take the challenge. If you're mad, use that anger to do better. Accept the challenge and do better.
Or just like
And
do your own thing. Still,
yeah,
just like okay, that's neat. I'm gonna go back to doing what I do because I enjoy that. Because if they honestly just enjoy what they're doing, they shouldn't have to change it unless like it honestly is like bad content what they're doing and that they can improve in some ways. But if they're doing what they enjoy and other people do enjoy it, I don't really see the point to like and change how they do their whole thing.
yeah,
But yeah, that's I don't know. I don't see reason to get mad over it.
yeah. All right. Oh yeah, the Jeff Bezos thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I guess we're a little late to the party, but that guy, he freaking was like, I'm done being CEO.
Okay, well here's the thing about that. So he's dropping down to like um a cheat like a chair position
Uh-huh.
where
Be a delivery
he'll,
man.
he'll actually have more power in his new position than he did as CEO.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
The
Oh.
question is, will he get paid more?
Well, no, but
Yeah,
as
that's interesting.
as a chairman, he'll be able to have more power over Amazon.
Maybe that's what he wanted.
I feel like it's a mixture of that and actually wanting to focus on spaceflight and try to get ahead of SpaceX.
Huh.
That reminded me of
Wait, what?
something.
Oh yeah. He's trying to start a space company called Blue Origin.
That's interesting.
I mean,
Yeah,
he has money, so.
and he's trying to surpass Elon Musk in advancements.
Wow, rich people
I hate to
wars.
say it, but Elon Musk is way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeff Bezos is kind of rude.
yeah. That reminded me of something, but they're not as stupid as the CEO of Microsoft,
Wait, what?
or at
Okay.
least for basically, but like for Xbox, like the Xbox part, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well, you
practic.
say Xbox, so now I know you're. Now I know it's stupid.
Yeah. Well, practically, like they came out and said that they don't see Nintendo and Sony as their competitor. They see like Google and like Amazon as their
Who
competitor.
said that?
The like I don't know, like I forgot his name, but he's practically like the head of Xbox, practically like the Xbox for Microsoft, like that practically.
He sees Google and Amazon as a competitor?
Yeah, not Sony. That they're baby shit, except for the fact that Nintendo and Sony's Microsoft has constantly been kicking their ass in sales for the past ever. Like the only time I think they ever got ahead of any of them was when with the Wii U with Nintendo, and that's because the Wii U fucking sucked balls. But then the Switch comes back and like is competing with the PS4, like was competing with the PS4 in sales when the PS4 has been out for 7 years and it's been out for like 2.
I feel like the Xbox is like that like little kid that's like and it's like trying to fight with like the big adult people like ooh, and the adults are like, what?
Yeah, like literally, like Xbox, they did start like because they did have good exclusives at first.
Yeah.
Because there was Halo, and then there's Gears of War, but they just never evolved. Because like the new Gears of War game is just Gears of War, and the new Halo game, people don't seem that excited about it. And honestly, the older, like the later Halo games, I don't see much interest in them actually. And when your selling point for your console is, hey, a Halo game will eventually come, that doesn't look too good.
Has that Halo game come out yet?
No, it hasn't.
And also there's the fact that all their games are now like coming out on PC as well, so there's like no more point to get an Xbox.
But in a way, I can see why they would say that about Amazon and Google because for a while there, they did have a big focus on cloud gaming.
I mean,
Yeah,
still.
but what you see is that who made more money as out of all the three big dog gaming companies, out of Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo.
That's
Sony and
true.
Nintendo. So you should probably focus on your two big competitors instead of
Yeah.
over jumping, like just thinking that you can jump over them. And then fight
Like,
off two even huger fucking companies and have their shit fail because Google Stadia failed.
yeah, like how good are they actually doing?
Yeah, I saw a Linus video that's like, "Oh, cloud gaming is dead."
I honestly, I don't really. No matter if it even gets far and like gets a
I mean,
reboot
in my
like in
opinion, it
VR.
didn't even start.
Well, that's basically
Like Google tried, but
well, that's what happened before there, because I think it may be a thing that happened with the VR headset because there was the Virtual Boy with Nintendo, and oh god,
yeah.
that was terrible. And then it just kind of not existed until like 2016 or whatever. And it's like, hey, look, you can actually play virtual reality games and stuff. It may have that, but even if that happens, I don't like it. I already don't really like having digital games in the first place. Like if they're on sale, yeah, I'll get them, but I don't really like having them. I'd rather have a physical game. And now to the point of like I don't know, it just feels weird. I don't really want games on a like based on my internet speed. I'd rather have a game based on my capability of my computer or like my thing, whatever I'm
Yeah.
having. And still, no matter how much fucking cloud games you have, I think the Switch is still gonna beat you in coolness.
I
I
like the Switch.
I can take it out of the console and move it around. Like I can play it on my TV, and then I get tired and go to bed. I can lay in my bed while playing it, and with in a handheld, and that's so cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all our topics, unless we're forgetting something.
We are forgetting some things,
Oh,
but I'm going to get reminded of them. So okay, I just randomly got reminded of them somehow. Wow, crazy. So you were talking about the cancer paradox and how you wanted to talk about that.
oh yeah. So basically, do any of you know what that is?
Uh, like I said,
No,
I may know it. I just don't know it by name.
All right, so basically, big animals cannot get cancer.
Never
And
heard of
that
it.
makes no sense because you think the more cells something has, the more likelihood it gets cancer. And I'm assuming you both know how cancer works.
yeah.
Ish.
Yeah. Basically, cell messes up, and then immune system doesn't kill bad cell in time, and then it starts to multiply and turn into cancer.
Okay.
Yeah. And so basically, you think that the more cells that something has, the more likelihood it has to mess up and cause cancer. And it's just the opposite. Big animals like elephants or blue whales don't get cancer at all, and nobody knows why. And like, if you compare a rat to us, a rat obviously has less cells, but it doesn't change the likelihood of that rat or us getting cancer at all. And so the theory is that either A, there's the animals have so much cancer that literally cancer is destroying cancer by creating cancer on top of cancer, which is kind of weird. And so the cancer is basically canceling itself out. The other theory is that I don't recall. But yeah, it's really weird and I don't understand and neither does anybody else.
I understand. You see, one time when I was doing a
And
handstand,
Travis theory time?
yeah, I was doing a handstand and a beam of light shot me up in the sky, and I was talking to Sasquatches, and they're pretty big, and they told me everything.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, hold on. After I got shot back down, I was surrounded by FBI agents, and they said if you say anything, we'll do something. So I cannot say.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're listening right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. The other theory is that they're literally immune to cancer. Like they just can't get cancer.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of science in it that I don't remember, but it was pretty much,
I got a theory. I know why they're immune to cancer.
and that is.
Okay, well, you see, big animals got big mouths, right?
Hmm.
That makes them allowed to eat our larger things. And blue like, big whales, they eat things. They
Uh-huh.
ate cancer-resistant boots, and now they're immune to cancer.
You see, the thing about blue whales is though, they don't really eat a lot of big things. They eat little planktons.
Well, no, well, yeah, they don't eat big things, but sometimes, like, their mouths are big, and when they eat the plankton, they can sometimes get other things stuck in there. Like, someone got, like, swallowed by a whale before.
Wait, for real?
Mm-hmm. He almost died, but then he eventually, like, got spit out, and then people luckily found him really quickly, so he didn't fucking die, but yeah, he almost died to stomach acid.
Yeah, I bet. That would suck.
Yeah, that did suck. But yeah, practically there's a if you ever get eaten by a whale, you're probably a slow, painful, burning death
Yeah.
awaits you, unless he spits you out. Or yeah,
So wait, did he get to the stomach or the
yeah.
whale spit him out before that?
No, he got to the stomach. He got swallowed.
Oh.
Cause yeah, that's the thing. It's like he's like the only person in the world that was extremely lucky because it's like almost like it's like impossible to get out of whale, like climb out of a whale's throat,
Yeah.
like by yourself. He would have to get you out
I
of
mean,
there.
how many people have gotten swallowed by a whale?
Not many, but I think there's like 3 accounts from I know of. But yeah, this is the only one lucky guy that got lucky and survived.
Man, that's intense.
Yeah. Moral of the story: even though peaceful creatures that are pretty cool can fucking kill you. And the moral of
Yeah.
that story is the ocean's still terrifying. It is the
What
Man,
place.
that
about
would
going to
suck getting
space?
swallowed by a whale.
Yeah.
Dude, I'd rather meet a cryptid than go into the ocean.
Dude, I'd love to go in the ocean because I like
Yeah, same.
it's so interesting but terrifying. Like I like anyone who has a fear of the ocean, yeah, it's justifiable.
Yeah.
Understandable. Because like especially if like we know more about the like space than we do our own ocean. And then it's like, well, there's fucking animals down there. What if there's like giant fucking ocean worm that decided to never eat someone until now, and that person will be me.
It's so weird that our own planet is more unknown to us than space.
Yeah. Space. Now we're just doing this about area of things that we like area of like radar that we know of, or are we just because then it's kind of unfair because yeah, there's more area in space.
Yeah.
And you can say, yeah, okay, probably right here there's the vacuum of space, and over here the vacuum of space, and right here the vacuum of space. But I guess we have explored bits of like Mars.
Well, if you're talking about like physically explored, then I mean, we really haven't explored that much of space, but like
Not
of
yet,
what
yeah,
we
yeah.
of what we've seen
I know.
just from like telescopes and stuff.
I was just saying like based like on like actually something of note, not just the vacuum of space, like area.
Yeah.
Like I was just thinking of like area of like how many like kilometers that we've like know in space or whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, we know a lot about space,
Yeah,
like a lot.
I bet no one has seen a water black hole. I have.
Oh, what?
It's like a black hole, but it's in underwater, and it sucks everyone in.
A whirlpool?
No, not a whirlpool. Whirlpool is above water.
Well, I've never heard of this thing.
Yeah,
Huh.
Chupacabra told me. That's another interesting one. I think that's like my other favorite, like besides Bigfoot, like my favorite mythological creature. Oh yeah, and also Mothman is a Chupacabra.
What is that again?
I honestly forgot, but it's a cool thing. It's like a weird, lanky fox thing. It also like it has many different forms. I think one of them is like a little goblin, but it's
Huh.
practically a deadly thing that'll kill you.
Yeah. Interesting. A little goblin.
Well, I think the more common appearance is of like a long, lanky, like fox shadow creature.
Huh.
But I think I was just thinking, just going back, that maybe one of them. I think I remember hearing about a goblin one.
I really like Japan's freaking like weird
Oh,
cryptid
Japan!
type things.
Japan's mythology is really fucking weird. I think my favorite one is like I don't know what it's called, but it's like a ghost butthole monster. It's like a ghostly kind of like shadowy figure that
Uh-huh.
has no like features like practically at all. They just have a body except for one thing of note. Instead of an anus, they have an eyeball there, and it'll look at you like that. Like they have no face either. That's the only thing they have of like any resemblance of a face is an eyeball in their anus.
Also, that reminds me of like I forgot what the like actual like Japanese name for it was, but the like suicide forest in Japan.
Yeah, and how Logan
That
Paul.
place is kind of crazy.
Yeah, and how Logan Paul filmed a fucking dead person there.
Yeah,
Did you know
everybody
actually?
remembers that.
Speaking of that, like he did even more stupid shit there that pissed people off. That made that like a couple like Japanese people make videos telling Jake or Logan Paul to never come back to Japan because of how of a disrespectful asshole he is. Because one of the things that pissed off a lot of people was he went to like a shrine, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a place for like being like it's like calm, it's quiet, and like
Yeah, for
use that.
worshiping and stuff, and
Yeah, yeah. He went to the donation box. He yelled about how he wanted to like wish for money and like bitches and stuff, and threw a bunch of coins into the donation box, like a handful of coins. He just threw them in there.
that's not very kind
Yeah,
at all. Very disrespectful.
yeah.
I feel like if you're gonna go to like a place like Japan, you have to be ready to like respect their culture because that's like the kind of culture they are. They're very respectful and
Or use common sense and fucking social cues that everyone here
yeah,
is very quiet and like they're not loud at all. They're not like talking. 'Cause you don't really like. It's just a quiet, calm place. I feel like I'd be like like if I didn't know anything about it, I'd just be like, okay, I'll just be quiet then because it feels like a place where I should be quiet because everyone
yeah.
else is.
I feel like when he went there, he just like lacked basic common sense or human
He
decency.
lacks basic common sense. It actually goes into another point. So he has a podcast of his own. It's not as cool as ours. It's fucking lame. But practically, there's also some other things too I have to get in. So like before then, so practically one of the longest blood feud dramas that have been going on is
Uh,
H3H3 versus Keemstar, right?
wait, what?
Have you not known about this?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well practically, Keemstar. Do you know who Keemstar is?
Yep.
You know who H3H3 is?
Nope.
Okay, well practically he's just big YouTuber. He does a podcast. He used to make videos and stuff, and he just talks about stuff on the internet. But
Uh-huh.
practically, Keemstar hasn't been the goodest of people or likable. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
he's been a lot better, and I actually starting to like Keemstar a little bit. But like, especially in the past,
Yeah.
he was very controversial, and people didn't like him.
Yeah.
But anyways, H3H3 decided to invite him on the podcast, and
Uh-huh.
they're very nice to him. and then H3H3's fans got upset that he invited him, and they're basically like in the comments or they made a statement saying like, well, we need like it's good to have the other side of an opinion or like someone like that.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's all fine, but the part that Keem hated the most, and honestly I would too, because it is very disrespectful, is they said, "Don't worry, we hate him too."
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, and like he honestly he said he didn't care that they hated him. He just wanted
Yeah.
them like to state it to their face because they're really nice to him when he was there and everything, and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
feel that energy coming from them. But then it's just like it's just there for damage control. It's just like, oh no,
Yeah.
no guys, we hate him, we hate him. See, we also hate him. So yeah, for the past 4 years, so keep got mad at him, and H3H3 is Jesus Christ. H3H3 kind of just keeps grabbing at every little thing to yell at Keem about, including one
My
thing
gosh.
which is very also rude. But
Yeah.
anyways, Logan Paul managed both of them to agree to something.
And that was?
So practically on his podcast, he was talking about like how some person got like doxxed and like swatted and stuff. Like they would
Yeah.
come to his house and stuff, and it's like, and Logan said, well, like why did they have to go after someone who has a family? Because the guy has like a kid and stuff, and like a good
Uh-huh.
person. Why not go after this like I don't know like scums of the internet, like H3H3 or Keemstar?
I don't think anybody should get swatted.
Yeah. Like nobody should get swatted. And then yeah, so they both made videos like both just like saying like what the actual fuck is wrong with you? You do realize that because they both have kids too.
Uh-huh.
Like they both have families as well.
Yeah.
Why would you wish that on a family after saying why does it have to go someone that has a family? Why would you wish on anyone? And then like they stated like basically they both stated that yeah, we don't like each other, like Keem and Ashley, we don't like each other. But we still wouldn't wish that upon each other.
Yeah.
We're like we hope that like we're not that we wouldn't like hope that you get doxxed and people will come to your house. No one would wish that upon someone, even people that they don't like. So fuck you, Logan Paul.
Doxing and like swatting people is another thing I don't understand. Especially swatting. Like, why do that to somebody? Because SWAT, they take that stuff seriously. Like,
People have
they
gotten
bust
killed,
through the door
and
and
people have
freaking
gotten
like
killed.
attack this person.
Yeah, people have gotten killed because of these people's actions. And the sad part is that some of these people wear that as a fucking badge of honor.
Oh my gosh.
That they can get someone fucking killed. Some fucking kid, and like especially like yeah, people who like still live with their parents too.
Yeah.
And it's just like why, like anyone, like why the fuck would you do that? What's wrong with you?
Tis the internet. Luckily, it's the minority of the internet, but
Still, even then,
a very vocal minority.
a vocal and damaging one.
Yeah.
Just because they're a small group doesn't mean that they cause a lot of fucking chaos, and they're still not put it. I don't know. I think well yeah, they can get into legal trouble, but I don't know how many have.
Yeah. Anything to add, Michael? Michael?
My mic has been muted this whole time.
Wait, have you been trying to have you been trying to talk?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, why are they interrupting me so much?
Well, you want to add to the
Discussion.
anything?
Yeah.
To the DDoS or
Just anything that's just like
Anything?
yeah, anything you want.
no, I'm good. I'm all right.
Well, anything to add to the most recent topic?
No, I'm well, actually, swatting
Yeah,
is a thing.
it is.
It's actually one of my biggest fears.
Oh yeah,
With streaming.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
As a streamer, as a OG streamer, how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I feel like um it's a stupid thing, and um I'm like legit afraid of my family getting hurt from
Yeah,
swatting.
Mhm.
Um,
So yeah, that's
basically,
because that's the thing that I hate too is that you're not just putting someone like one person in danger who would probably even be willing to like take on that heat. You're also putting anyone who lives with him, like his family, his fucking probably his pets as well, in danger as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So basically, for me, if I were to ever get big, I'd probably move to like a pretty rural area.
The
yeah,
clouds, up in the clouds with the Sasquatches. No one
Yeah,
found
that's
them.
where I live. Um, basically, just to lower the chances of getting hurt from something like that.
yeah.
I'd
I
like to
think
move
like especially if you have like a family, like a son or a daughter and a wife or whatever. Uh,
anybody staying at your place.
yeah, I think that is what would upset me most is not that I got swatted, but that
Yeah,
also
that's the
put
thing, cause
my
yeah, like
family in danger.
some people be like, okay, swap me, go ahead, but like if they have people around them, even like dogs and stuff too, cause
Yeah,
you're like you're like dogs like they will fight people to protect their home
yeah,
and like yeah their loved ones. Like my dog would probably try to bite them, but then they'd probably fucking shoot her or
yeah.
something.
And it's not even the dog's fault. Like you just busted through the door.
Yeah,
What do you expect?
that's honestly not the cop's fault either, because the dog's about to
Yeah, yeah.
fucking
I'm not
bite
blaming
them.
them. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, I know, but it's because yeah, there's a dog about to fucking bite them, and it's all because some asshole decided to say, look, he has hostages, and he's threatening to kill them. You should get over them. He has drugs and bombs and stuff too. He's also a descendant of Adolf Hitler, and he's following in his footsteps.
I also feel like at the same time with swatting, like obviously those people are absolutely terrible,
Yeah.
but at the same time, police need to have a little bit of common sense.
I mean,
Okay,
no matter
Damien,
what,
they,
police's job to take
Yeah,
everything
just hear me,
seriously.
yeah.
hear me out for a second.
If you're if you're told that there's hostages and someone's about to kill them or there's bombs, you need to search for that. You can't just like say,
Well,
well,
yeah,
it's a possibility that that's not true.
well, obviously that, but like I know of a couple instances where people are like, "Oh yeah, there's this guy. He's like shooting a group of people at this location. Like there's 20, like hundreds of people being shot, or whatever." That's an exaggeration, but I feel like if you roll up to this house
you
and
should
there's not a group of people getting shot,
keep in
like I
mind
don't know.
that people can be panicked and that they can sometimes say other things. And two, it is their job to investigate.
Yeah.
they're
I
not
get
just
what you're
gonna.
saying.
Yeah, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it is a thing that they have to do because they have to make sure for everything, and like, because that's like the thing that like why you can't reach into your like pants or anything or do any fast movements is because there's a chance there's a gun. And I know like there's people that say, well, they shouldn't shoot them, and it's like I understand that, but like at the same time it could be their life or theirs in some situations. And
Hmm.
it fucking sucks that yeah, that's what it comes down to, that sometimes someone just like itching their fucking ass is gonna get shot because they could be reaching for a gun.
And that's why when like a police officer or someone tells you like don't move, then probably don't move.
Yeah.
That also like I don't understand why there's also some streamers that like willingly show off their guns on stream.
I don't get that either.
Like, because swatting is a very real thing that could happen to you,
Yeah.
and you're just willingly showing your guns on the stream, and then the cops are gonna find guns and then be like, "What's going on here, bud?"
Well, even if you show them on stream or not, they're gonna find guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you have a gun, they're gonna question you about it, and then you'll just if you stay calm and you don't do anything that will get you hurt, then you could probably explain to them that nothing happened. They'd probably figure out nothing happened and that there's some asshole that's just trying to get someone fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure that's what most cops feel like too after like that whole shit. It's like it's a waste of my motherfucking time that could have been spent on actually helping someone. There could have been something going on, and some random ass fucking people on the internet would rather have me come search this innocent guy that's doing
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, as a SWAT officer or a police officer, I'd be mad too.
Yeah, because there could have been a situation where a fucking kid could get killed.
Yeah.
That's going on right when I'm in this fucking random ass guy's house that he's doing nothing wrong with, but because some guy on the internet thinks it's funny that this guy can be fucking waste his time and then get hurt or get killed, including his family, and that's funny, and they think that's funny.
Like, I honestly don't see what's like funny or hilarious about it. It's just messed up.
Yeah.
And back to the thing you were saying, Michael. I do think there are scenarios where like things are exaggerated to a point and like nothing's actually going on. I don't think there's always like I don't think SWAT always has to bust in through somebody's door.
Yeah.
There's sometimes when like they do just like knock
Yeah.
on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I mean some are like they'll pull up to the place and be like, well, this doesn't match what the call was for, so they'll knock on the door.
Yeah.
But that's like a very rare thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just because that's their job, like, is to bust through the door. Like that's what SWAT is for. But yeah.
Asmongold.
Yeah, I know who Asmongold is. He's
Yeah.
he's a dumbass. He slammed his head on a fucking desk.
So
What?
Okay, so I'll tell you how I know Asmongold is because he streamed WoW, and I was sitting next to Ira in game design, and that's how we became friends. And he didn't do game design at all. He just watched practically Asmongold for the entirety of game design.
basically, I found out about him like the other day or whatever, watching a Dark Viper stream,
Uh-huh.
and I found his like channel where it's just him like talking to a camera,
Mm-hmm.
and it's basically Ira.
What?
Okay. So basically, Asmongold is like living the life that Ira wishes he could be living.
No,
And that
that's
life
not
is?
true. That life is sitting with a 2D lolly.
Oh,
That's
you're
his
right. You're
life.
right. You're right.
Or
Yeah.
with his waifu. Either way, that's his life.
But basically, I watched a day in the life of Asmongold, and this has nothing to do with Ira anymore. But it was really sad video, to be completely honest,
Why?
because like he so his day started at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Uh-huh.
Which, for some people that's a normal thing. Like, and
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those who work like graveyard or something.
my
Yeah.
aunt went to bed at 6 a.m. because that's when she got home from work.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like he gets up. His mom informs him that like the fridge went out and whatnot, and bird feed. He had to feed the birds and whatnot. But then like he goes to Home Depot, he orders the fridge, and after that he goes to Wendy's, and he's like, I have been out for an hour, which is an hour that I could have been on my computer playing video games. I'm gonna.
Wait, does this guy live with his mom?
Yes, he does.
Can he afford to live by himself?
He's a millionaire.
Yeah. He is a very famous streamer. What is he doing?
What?
Okay, did he at least wait? So like, did he buy the house and have his mom like come live with
No,
him?
this is his childhood home.
Oh my god!
What?
If you want to live with your mom, buy a fucking house for you and your mom, and you can live in a fucking cool ass house.
But
Yeah,
basically,
wait.
he's like, man, I've done a lot of work today. I'm gonna reward myself with some Wendy's, and he's only been out for an hour. Went
He
to
bought a
Home
fridge.
Depot. Yeah,
He bought a fucking fridge.
and he's
You're
like,
not even the one that has to deliver it.
and he was like, "This is a complete waste. This was honestly a waste of my time because I could have been playing video games." And then he gets home, and he has to help his mom with something. And then after like another 30 minutes, he's like, "All right, guys, I finally get to. I have 12 hours now that I get to play video games." And so he plays video games and whatnot, and then after that, he's just like, "All right, I'm gonna go to sleep and repeat the same thing tomorrow." And pretty much, this man just has no care for himself. Um, like he drinks soda. Pretty much, it's basically his water.
He
Um,
like he needs somebody else in his life.
yeah, like he has like 3 cases of soda that he keeps next to his desk. He had a stream where he was cleaning off his desk because his entire desk. Okay, let me give you an idea. You know how my room has like that L shape, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's not a good way to explain it actually. But like you know how corner desks are pretty big?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He filled that entire desk with McDonald's cups, with Jack in the Box cups, with
Oh
fast
no.
food
How could you
cups,
do
full of
that? I
soda.
can't. I used to do that, and then like after like I just like hated it, and like I always like make sure like whenever I'm like going into the kitchen or something, if I have any dishes or garbage, I'll just grab it and take it then, because I'm going into the fucking
Yeah.
place anyways. I might
Yeah,
as well
I don't
grab
get
it
how
and
some people can like live with garbage on their computer desk.
yeah.
dude, like it was everywhere. He had like food containers that were like molding, and one of them he picked up. He's like, "Oh wow, that's a rare spawn." Talking about the mold,
Oh.
and it's just a really disgusting thing to watch, really. Um, and then 6 days ago, this video gets uploaded. I didn't shower for over a month. My full review.
Oh yeah, Ira sent that, right? Or was that somebody else?
I
Probably
think I
I think it was Ira because Ira watches Asmongold.
like yeah, it could have been him. Um, but like from what I gathered is that he pretty much spent that entire month in his room with no shower and just sitting at the computer.
See, that's almost Ira, except if Ira had the money, I know he would move out. Ira eats healthier than that, and Ira actually takes care of himself from time to time.
Yeah,
And Ira has other wishes than just playing a video game for his whole fucking
Yeah.
life.
yeah. But I just thought I'd bring him up because everything I saw was just like, what is this guy doing with his life? Like, you make so much money from YouTube and Twitch, and like he's partially owns a company, yet he is in his late 30s or maybe early 30s, living with his mom and just not caring about his health in the slightest.
He like if he can't do it himself, he needs somebody else and to like tell him to take care of himself. Because
Yeah,
obviously his mom's not doing that.
His mom probably tried, or probably
just
doesn't,
Yeah.
or probably doesn't give a shit because he gets a lot. He gets a lot of money.
well, yeah, I mean, he's paying for everything,
Yeah.
so
He
that's
just like
probably why she doesn't do anything.
he needs like a friend or something just to like tell him to take care of himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does he have friends?
he has Discord friends.
Ah, well, there it is.
Has you met any friends in real life?
I actually did see a video where he was like, he was in a stream that was like this streamer who like showed off her animals and whatnot. He was part of that, and he was around a group of people talking and stuff.
On a stream?
No, but like yeah, it was on stream, but they were all together in the same
Oh,
room.
oh.
I haven't seen another real life human face that isn't on a screen in a whole year. This is my review. But yeah, like I do know that like friends on the internet you can like become friends with, but most of the time when you become really good friends with people on the internet, you do meet up eventually.
Yeah.
And here's one video. It says why I live a simple life. Okay.
It's not a simple life. It's a lazy life.
Yeah.
A simple
A
life.
simple life is like. Go ahead. What you were gonna say? I want to hear.
Yeah, practically. I don't know. I'd say probably like what your grandparents are living. They just live in the mountains.
Yeah. Exactly.
They just
Like.
chill up
See,
there, do things that need to be done, and then just find
being
something
a
to do.
NEET sounds good in theory, but it's not good in real life.
Yeah.
Being what?
A NEET. You're basically a shut-in who still
Oh.
lives with your mom and just plays games all day.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd get
Yeah.
fucking because I do like going outside. I do like going because I like hiking. I think that's like one of my favorite things I like to do. Hiking.
That like what you described like from that guy, he's basically a NEET. Like that's a NEET.
Well, the first video I watched of him was the simple life. When I was like, yeah, I agree with this 100%. I like the idea of living a simple life.
Yeah, I want to live. Everybody wants to live a simple life, but his life is like too simple.
Yeah, and then I watch his other videos. And I'm like, this is not a simple life. This is just straight up not taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
My idea of a simple life is living near my grandparents, like having my own land and taking care of animals and.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
like a
yeah.
simple life.
Yeah, I think it's just like doing what needs to be done, and then when you have free time, you just find something to do that you enjoy.
Yeah. Like it may sound like it's hard, but that could be like a simple life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot. Like at that point, it is a simple life because you're like not working 8 hours a day. You're just taking care of your land and just chilling.
Yeah. That actually reminded me of something. There's apparently like a court case of a 35-year-old man saying that his mother has to legally house him because it's her
Oh
job
yeah.
to like take care of him. And the court ruled in the mother's favor, saying, "Yeah, you need to move out, bud."
Yeah.
Yeah, because he tried pulling he's like, I'm a tenant, like I'm getting a wrongful eviction when it's really he hasn't paid rent in 6 months
Because even
and his
paying
mom's
rent,
tired of it. Yeah.
he's not even. Oh my fucking god!
Wait, what?
Yeah, he like quit paying rent to his mom, and his mom was tired of it, and she was like, "Get out."
Wait, who are we talking? Wait, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the court case guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like once I get a job, I'm gonna have to start paying rent, and
Yeah.
that's like completely understandable.
Yeah.
Dude, I've told my mom like, "Mom, I'd like to get a job so I can help with bills and stuff." And she's like, "No, you got to finish school first." I'm like, "Come on, dude, please."
Yeah. Jobs are pretty neat. You start to realize that once you're not really doing school.
Yeah. Even when you are doing school, it's like, wow, I really wish I had.
But
a
once
job.
you've had a taste of the job.
Yeah. I've honestly I've thought about like going back to certain jobs multiple times.
Like the ones you
Taco
didn't
Bell.
like.
Yeah.
You want to go back to Taco
Just
Bell?
just so that just so I can have that little bit of income.
Yeah, that money.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I want a job. Also, because when I'm at a place and I don't have like any computer or like phone there, I'd probably actually just work instead of fucking around. Because that's like
Yeah.
my only issue with working is that if there's something there to distract me, I will just fucking look at it. But if I'm at a place where like I can't do, there isn't anything else to do, then I'll work. Because I found that out with myself. Because like with JRTC, whenever we're like in like a different place or event, I would work my fucking ass off. But I like
Yeah.
sitting here, I will procrastinate until 3 a.m. then start working. Even though the thing I was supposed to do will take like 15 minutes. Like literally like the other day, I was like, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" And I'm like, "Here, I gotta do schoolwork first." and I also told them like, it's probably only gonna take 15 minutes, but I'm gonna procrastinate. It's gonna be until 10, and we didn't play until like 9, because because I just didn't do my schoolwork. And guess what? I started doing it. It took 15 minutes.
That's the issue I have with online school is that like it's super easy to procrastinate.
Yeah.
The thing about school for me was like I saw the point, but I just didn't care.
I
Yeah.
do care about the point, and I know the point, and I want to finish school, but the problem is that I just don't, and I don't understand why. I have like I want to graduate, I want to get a diploma and all that.
Yeah,
I just don't understand why my I just don't do it.
it's because it's boring.
I guess, yeah, but I also do boring shit. Like literally last night, I played a boring game, and I'm like, why am I playing this? And I went to go play a better game, and I'm like, wow, this is a great game. I wish I'd started playing it earlier than this game. Speaking of
I
which,
feel like anything is like better than school, but it's still something you have to do.
no, not getting your leg chewed off very slowly and painfully. I'd rather do school than that.
No, I think I'd rather get my leg shot off.
No, chewed on.
Oh, yeah, I'll take that too.
Also, getting your arm mangled
Fair is fair.
or being a slave,
That one works as well.
and then your arm gets chopped off
That
because you're a
works.
plantation worker, and then all the machines kill you, and then you're just thrown away like you're a piece of trash.
What are we back in freaking the 1800s?
Yes, because I was actually discussing that earlier with my parents. When I procrastinated on doing the video editing, I was procrastinating by talking with my parents, and we're
I
just
see.
talking about history. Because my mom was talking about history, and then I'm like, wow, I like history. I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I enjoy history as well.
Honestly, if I could like have a mixture of real school and online school, I'd probably do a lot better.
What do you mean by like? Oh.
Like I think I need to have like normal school to have that physical activity, and then I need that online school to have the focus.
Yeah.
And like those combined would just be amazing.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You don't like sitting on my leg like this?
Well, all right.
Yeah, we're at an hour and a half now.
Wow, this is longer than normal.
Bonus hour.
Bonus like 15 minutes. Bonus 15 minutes just for you for the 6th episode of the podcast. This has been your host, Scary Man with the revolver. I'm gonna shoot ya. I'm gonna shoot ya. I'm not. Don't listen to my revolver. Despite what it says, I won't shoot you. Okay, goodbye.